What's up, guys? I'm Crystal Lee Naomi, aka Jasmine Borders on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Be sure to subscribe to the Haves and the Have-Nots review for not only reviews on the Haves and the Have-Nots, but also on Sistas. And while you're at it, give your girl a follow on Instagram at Crystal Lee Naomi. And I'll see you every Wednesday at 9, only on BET.
All right, Sistas fans, let's hit the thumbs up video. Help me get to 50 likes on this particular video. Hit the bell icon and select all. That way you are notified whenever I post content to the channel. Hit subscribe in order to help me reach 150,000 by the end of the year. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Now, I don't even know what to name this particular video, but, you know, should Zach move on from Karen, or should Zach end up with Officer Rayah? I believe is her name. Raquel Bailey is the actress who's portraying the officer, you know, the one that's always flirting with Zach. If you don't remember Raquel Bailey from 2019, I believe, she was the actress who put up the billboard for Tyler Perry to notice her, and it turned out to work because, well, she got a lot of calls after that. But in any case, we know that Zach is in the trailer for this week's episode going on about, well, there she is. You know how I knew you had moved on from me when I was cleaning up my blood, and you still want to go with this guy? I think Zach needs to cut his losses and at the end of the day, move on from Karen. Now, would you really want to be with someone? Well, excuse me. Yeah. Would you really want to be in a relationship with someone who only wants to be with you because you saved their life? Now, don't get me wrong. Zach was on fire in those first two, especially episode 2, when he confronted Aaron, when Aaron showed up while he was cleaning up his own blood, which to me, still think, you know, maybe somebody should have came in and did that other than Zach, because as Karen was saying, look, you just got stitched up. You shouldn't be, you know, overexerting yourself or whatever, because there are a lot of things that don't make sense. You know, he doesn't have a car, he has a bike. So, well, hey, here's what I'll do. I'll wait for the police to finish doing what they're doing. It'll take about 45 minutes. I'll go in there and get your phone and everything. Then I'll go over to Sabrina's to give you the stuff. Then I'll come back and then finish cleaning up my blood. And I'm like, what? So that didn't make a lot of sense to me. So basically the officer is, you know, flirting. And apparently they have a past. I remember last season, I think Zach was smoking somewhere he shouldn't be. And then they had a, you know, flirtatious two-step. And now, you know, he's being called out for, I don't know, you sure you want to end up with her? And I hope it's something that's playfully teased as the season goes on. We don't even need to rush Zach in a new relationship, but I think Zach should just slowly detach himself from Karen, because again, Karen is making her own decisions, particularly bad ones. But here's what I think is going to happen. I think Zach is going to get himself together, because he is still a bit immature, but I will give Zach credit because he's seemingly making the right steps, because I'm trying to find the name, excuse me for the clicking, but I need to find the name of Miss Lisa's boyfriend. Okay, The Lonely Road was episode 1. I think it was episode 2, when crap. No, I don't see it. Basically, it's the guy who was telling Zach last season about how he was an ex-con. Now he's making millions of dollars doing construction and whatnot. And Chain Breakers is the group for ex-cons who are trying to make a legit living. So Zach making that phone call is the first step, and I'm glad he's doing that. And then, you know, I'm not going to call him out for, well, he's still staying with Danny. Hey, times are tough. I mean, so, you know, they're both paying rent. At least Zach has a job. That is, you know, one thing about him. But I'm glad that he's starting to see that, you know what, if I want things to be better for me, I need to start doing better for me. So the first step is making that phone call, going to Chain Breakers to see if I'm accepted, and move from there. And as a result, you know, it's almost like Zach could almost be seeing it as like, well, Preston's going to be at the house fixing dinner and all for Danny. And as a result, he's going to be kicked to the curb for the night. And that's when he's riding his bike and gets hit by Fatima. And I don't know, maybe Zach's going to be feeling like dirt because everyone around him, that's the worst part about life sometimes, where it feels like everyone around you is progressing and growing, but you're still stuck in the same place. You know, Karen's moved on, Danny has a man, and here you are just riding on your bike in the middle of the night and going to be hit by a car because you're not looking where you're going. So I'm thinking that Zach's going to move on, potentially end up with Officer Rayah, and, you know, take Miss Lisa's boyfriend's advice and possibly start making real money. And then things are going to fall apart between Karen and Aaron. And then she'll probably try to come crawling back to Zach. And at that time, I hope Zach isn't available, either because he's officially dating the officer, or he's just saying, you know what? As soon as I figured to let go of you in order to start doing better for myself, doing better for me, I don't want you. And not every story has to have a happy ending. Sometimes it's realistic. That's the one thing I will give about Tyler Perry with some of the storylines and Sistas, like Danny and Preston. You have a woman who's giving mixed signals, how she says she wants one thing, but then when the guy does exactly what she says, the guy's the villain because she feels hurt by it, because she's not properly communicating her feelings. And then when you look at the situation with Zach and Karen, it could just show you that, yeah, sometimes a woman is with a man who's no good for her because he's no good to himself. But then sometimes in life, when somebody kicks you to the curb because she feels like she has more, and I guess you could say better options, as soon as the guy she kicked to the curb starts to do better for himself, Zach, he's starting to look a little better. Look, he's making more money. I think I can see myself with him. Karen doesn't deserve Zach. Like right now, you go back to season 1, it's like Zach doesn't deserve Karen because, you know what, freeloading, unfaithful. But then once he gets into like possibly a stable relationship with the officer, he's got a better job than he has now and starts making real money. Karen doesn't deserve him because what would she have done to step up? Will she just not even progress as a person because she and Aaron have a falling out, or she figures out that Aaron isn't who she wants? But then what does she has to offer Zach in a relationship now, you know? So I feel like Zach needs to officially move on from Karen, let it go, even though he's still hung up on I got stabbed for you because of him. Well, that's not great that you got stabbed, but you did save her life. So in a way, she is a bit indebted to you, but you shouldn't lord that over her head. You should just realize that, hey, despite my bloodshed, she picked who she picked. I'm just going to move on, and that's the end of that. So we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Zach should move on from Karen? Do you think Zach will end up with the officer? And do you think Zach will start to be successful? And Miss Lisa, bless her heart, I love her character, but I, for the life of me, hope that when Zach starts to do right, that she doesn't talk to Zach or Karen about them getting back together, because Karen has made her choices. Maybe she has, like, you know, obviously still doesn't trust Aaron, but then overall wants Zach and Karen to be together. But maybe it's because she wants Zach to get better first before Karen makes a final decision. But I think Zach needs to do what's best for Zach, and that's pretty much it. So feel free to donate to the channel if you would like by hitting me up on PayPal, Cash App, or joining Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And with that being said, I'll talk to you all in the next video.